the record and who you represent, and you may begin your testimony.
My name is Amanda Escew. I'm here as a parent and as a private school administrator. We operate a homeschool, private school, hybrid cooperative in Northeast Arkansas called The Lighthouse. We have 3 campuses in Jonesboro, Bono, and Pocahontas. And I'm excited about what this bill can do for all students, regardless of where they are educated. I see it as a potential win for all, and I do believe that's truly the intent behind it. As Representative Brooks said, private schools generally have a strong interest in teaching children with special needs because that is the population most in need of alternative learning environments. We specialize in autism at the Lighthouse. We have a great staff of teachers, speech pathologists, occupational therapists, and board-certified behavior analysts. Our program is extremely data-driven. On a daily basis, we're analyzing data that we collect on our students to make decisions in how we move forward with their educational and therapeutic needs. An honest look at our current situation in most districts is that there are very important students, no matter how many or few, who need choice. The current model is not successful for all children, and I'll speak specifically about special ed. In our current model, children with disabilities have something called the self-contained classroom. I really hate that word. It sounds like imprisonment. We have horrible words around special ed sometimes, and sometimes I think we just need to find a better vocabulary. But too often, children are graduating from that classroom never successfully toilet trained, can't communicate their basic needs, never learn to read or write, and their parents have never even heard of ABA, which is the #1 recommended treatment for children with autism, or they have only received a minimal dosage of treatment, which is inadequate for progress. Treatment frequencies for speech, occupational, and physical therapy in the public school are typically at bare minimum by 3rd grade, if they were ever appropriate. Given that most therapies can be billed to Medicaid insurance, this is at no cost to the school. So inclusion, children with milder forms of autism or other disabilities are often included to the classroom, which I think is wonderful. Inclusion for the sake of inclusion, though, is reckless. Teachers still need support, and they still need training. And so my experience of hearing from parents about the modifications on our IEPs is that they're inadequate or not correctly executed. Regular ed teachers are currently being forced to teach under impossible conditions. 30 children ranging from delayed ability to advanced ability can't be taught by one teacher, no matter how many trainings you send her to. Most classrooms are not appropriately staffed to meet the needs of these children. Again, insurance can provide for a one-on-one for children with autism under the right circumstances, in some cases sounds as well. So I keep hearing give schools money. Why are they providing more for students when it's no cost to them? Why do so many parents in the state feel their district has the resources to do more and they didn't? Why are these children condemned to stay in a school that isn't determined to meet their needs? To the Vouchers Don't Work crowd, I'd like you to meet my students. With his permission, I'd like to share about one named Cale. He was diagnosed very early in life. He's extremely intelligent. In fact, he can tell you what day of the week a particular date would fall on in the past 100 years or even into the future. But as a 3rd grader, he came to us and he couldn't tell us if he was hungry or scared or just wanted to read a different book. And he's primarily what we call echolalic, which means he just repeats the question or repeats what someone else has said. And unfortunately, his peers used that against him when he was in school, and he was held down repeatedly and taught every word under the sun, some I didn't know. And he came to us with what is really PTSD symptoms. He was in an environment that was very unsafe for him, and he became triggered very easily, was reactive with aggressive behavior. He spiraled into depressive thoughts with fixation on death and horror. I know he had teachers and students around him that loved him, and they meant well and wished they could do more, but he needed out immediately. The transition was difficult for Cale at first because he had no understanding of a trustworthy relationship with his school. He fought us often and remained strong, but finally, with adequate therapeutic services, we had He now keeps his peers and staff involved in his game show routines where he stomps us all in trivial pursuit. He has a hunger for historical events, and his learning environment allows for him to learn that subject at an advanced rate while also giving him extra support in other areas. And best of all, Kel has friends. I'm confident Kel will continue to make gains, and I have plans for him to set a record in Jeopardy someday. I'll also tell you about Alex. He's another child with autism. He came to us with severe PTSD, not only from bullying and traumatic interactions at school, but as a child. It was also compounded by the sudden death of his father 2 years prior to coming into our facility. Alex wasn't able to express his feelings and had not been able to participate in traditional grief counseling due to his communication impairments. He was in a state of fight or flight at all times. After months of trying to work through frequent outbursts, that one day screamed at me, "You did it. You killed my father."
Yes, your time is up.
Okay,
If you'd like to close your testimony.
That's okay. We are one option. There are a few others in our area. Some areas don't have these options yet, and I'm excited about more that will come to specialize in the complex needs of certain groups of children. I agree schools can't fix it all, but there's potential for facilities who can reach entire groups of children in our state that need a lot of help. Thank you.
Thank you. We welcome a question.
Sure.
Yep. Representative Garner, you're recognized.
I just have a quick question. How many of these students that you serve are already getting a Succeed Scholarship or are eligible for a Succeed Scholarship?
We started our program almost 7 years ago, and up until last year, we were not eligible for Succeed scholarships. I don't know the exact number. I think it's around 12 or 13 of our students currently receive them. We serve 65 children.
You're recognized for follow-up.
So are they eligible now for Succeed Scholarships?
So we are an inclusive environment, so not all of our children have special needs. We try to keep peers around them to balance out ability levels in our classrooms to give them a really inclusive environment. So the ones that have, I guess, a certain diagnosis or meet those requirements, we try to tell them about the opportunity. Not all of them have taken advantage of it, and it's not been required. And we try to provide internal scholarships as well through fundraising and just really trying to reduce costs as much as possible for our parents. We have a very diverse group of students, all ethnicities, economic diversity, religious diversity.
Great, thank you.
Thank you.
Seeing no other questions, thank